Whether it's wrestling or acting, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is phenomenal at everything he does. From his comedic nature to that abs he's got, the man definitely knows how to put on a show. He's really done it all in Hollywood, from comedy to thrillers and more. So today, as we honor his work, let's talk about the 10 best Dwayne Johnson movies. Without any further ado, let's dive right in. Starting with Moana at number 10. Moana is really a beautiful narrative altogether. It's about a young lady who's attracted to the water and embarks on an adventure after a greedy demigod called Maui takes the heart of Te Fiti. That demigod just so happens to be voiced by Dwayne Johnson himself. Personally, Moana has a particular place in our hearts because we've seen the movie so many times together with our families. A major reason why we can't stop obsessing over the movie is because of The Rock, who actually has a terrific singing voice, something we honestly didn't expect. Like, the man really knows how to do it all. As an animated Disney musical, Moana may not be your normal Dwayne Johnson film, but The Rock is all over this motion picture. From the Polynesian backdrop to the lighthearted attitude to Dwayne Johnson's personality, which seeps through, Moana would be the ideal Dwayne Johnson film, if not for the number 1 selection. Next, Central Intelligence at number 9. Action comedy starring Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart is directed by the same person responsible for We're the Millers and Dodgeball. So here's how it goes. Bob, a once victimized nerd who becomes a deadly CIA operative, Johnson, returns to his hometown for his high school reunion. He recruits Calvin, Hart, a former big guy on college turned accountant, who longs for his previous prominence, saying he needs his aid on a top secret case. His new companion, who's becoming more unpredictable, leads him into a world of shootouts, double crosses, and espionage that may get them both murdered in more ways that he can count. But by the time the staid number cruncher knows what he's getting into, it's too late to get out. It was just a matter of time until the two started an action comedy together. It's simply our good fortune that they get along so well. We've been binging on it for as long as we can remember, and it's still not getting old. Central Intelligence doesn't do anything groundbreaking with the genre, yet it's nonetheless a hit with the audiences. Moving on to number 8, Fighting with My Family. The family of Norwich, England's wrestling legends, is the subject of Fighting with My Family. Both Rhea, Florence Pugh, and Zach, Jack Lowden, were raised by hard-living wrestler parents Lena Headey and Nick Frost, and have dreams of making it big in the WWE, much as Paige did in real life. You may expect some adolescent drug selling, smoking in the background, and scantily clad characters. The language is also very strong, with occasional instances of British slang and terms. In spite of its gritty exterior, the film contains profound truths about the value of family, friendship, and personal strength. The movie opens with a vintage video of Dwayne Johnson wrestling as The Rock, and it ends with some jokes about how he made a name for himself in other fields. So it may be seen as a retrospective of sorts of his own success as an executive producer. It's a reminder of how Johnson rose to fame by portraying himself in an approachable manner both on and off screen, positioning him as one of the most motivating celebrities to follow on Instagram. Up next at number 7, The Other Guys. Even though The Rock doesn't have a major part, his supporting performance in this parody of many 1980s and 1990s buddy police movies is so iconic that it has to be included. Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg feature in The Other Guys as two awkward, incompetent police officers who resent the high-octane antics of the department's resident super cops, played by Johnson and Samuel L. Jackson. From the opening titles, Johnson and Jackson's relationship is fruitful as they chase criminals through the city's congested streets, causing massive collateral damage along the way. At the end of the day, Johnson was just one of several supporting actors in a cast that also featured Michael Keaton and Steve Coogan. Nevertheless, among his many action comedies, The Other Guys is among the best. Following up at number 6, Jungle Cruise. If you want to see Johnson in a swashbuckling jungle adventure, then you should check out Jungle Cruise. Dwayne Johnson portrays Frank Wolf, the genial huckster of a riverboat captain who transports Dr. Lily Houghton down the Amazon at the height of World War I. And Emily Blunt plays Dr. Lily Houghton, a London researcher-explorer who is as daring in her modest way as Indiana Jones. Feels like you're on a roller coaster while viewing a romantic comedy in virtual reality. There's a love story in there somewhere, an action movie that was developed for 4DX, a Pirates of the Caribbean-style fairy tale with a ghostly conquistador, Edgar Ramirez, and his pewter-armored henchman who has digital snakes crawling through his body, and who knows what else. Johnson, Emily Blunt, and Jack Whitehall go on an exciting adventure in the Amazon, in Joan Collette films Sarah's movie, which turns the famous Disneyland ride into a thrilling expedition. Not to forget at number 5, Baywatch. This 2017 remake of a 90s show offers a fresh perspective on the lifeguarding profession. This movie, starring Zac Efron, Alexandra Daddario, and Priyanka Chopra, stood out from the crowd because it offered a unique spin on the typical contentious stories by concealing in plain sight and providing action sequences and comic moments that were off the charts. In particular, if you're a fan of Dwayne Johnson, this is a great film to see since it's light and easy to get through. Next, The Gridiron Gang at number 4. Because it went so far beyond the norm, Gridiron Gang came as a pleasant surprise in 2006. The film is based on the life of Sean Porter, as is the case with many others of its kind. Played by Johnson, of course, at his juvenile detention facility, Porter decides to start a football league to provide at-risk youngsters an opportunity to gain some discipline and get beyond their difficult backgrounds. And the film chronicles his efforts to do just that. Gridiron Gang works because it doesn't rely on any tired plot devices. Contrary to Remember the Titans, it doesn't give a sanitized, overdramatic depiction of racial tensions. The adversity the teenagers face is not glamorized. Johnson also gets one of his first genuine dramatic roles in the film and seems to enjoy it. Johnson's portrayal is subtle, relying as much on comedy and honesty as on football-fueled fury, and excellently using his inherent charm. Not to mention at number 3, Journey 3: The Mysterious Island. Some may have forgotten this lovely sequel to the iconic film starring Brendan Fraser, but The Rock absolutely nails the character of a stepfather who takes his son on an experience of a lifetime, and along the way, meets a father-daughter combo. The movie premiered in 3D cinemas and brought thrills and horrors with its superbly filmed moments of enormous beasts and creepy crawlers. It's safe for the whole gang, so grab some popcorn and settle in for an exciting show. Following up on number 2, Rampage. This is the greatest movie made on a video game. Rampage is a great time at the movies, and much of the credit goes to Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, in his role as a primatologist this time around, really wants the best for his albino silverback gorilla. But when George the gorilla is gassed in the face by an alien space canister one night, he quickly grows to a monstrous size and continues to enlarge over time. But The Rock keeps insisting he's still my pal, while the gorilla grows into an absurd size. In any case, consider this: it's Dwayne Johnson who does the real selling. We would rank Rampage as one of our favorite huge monster movies, since it's fun from start to finish. The Rock Johnson can even make a film about video games entertaining to watch. The Lord bless this guy. Finally, the Fast and Furious franchise. Yep, there's just no denying it. Without a doubt, the movies in the Fast and Furious series are Dwayne Johnson's finest hour. The cars race, things blow up, and The Rock flexes his way out of his cast. Everything that makes Dwayne Johnson great is included in this franchise. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is bigger than life. And in the Fast and Furious franchise, and in Furious 7 in particular, he's given free rein to be as big and drool-worthy as he pleases. In Part 7, The Rock's wrestling background is front and center. He challenges Jason Statham Shaw to a fight for the championship belt, and then insults him with a rock bottom. Oh yes, for fans of The Rock, this is the pinnacle of entertainment. That's a wrap for this video. Which of these movies did you like the most? And did we miss out on any of your favorites? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.